Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Newsroom series. Today, I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thank you for joining us. Our focus is the Southwest region. However, we'll begin with the South-South for our first story, where the Rivers State House of Assembly has given Governor Ibile Fubara 48 hours to present the 2025 budget to them for consideration. They made this known today during the plenary with the motion moved by the Deputy Speaker, Dumle Mao. In his remarks, Speaker Martin Amaewhule further condemned the governor's directive to the heads of local government administration to take charge of the councils, saying it's an illegality against the Supreme Court decision. Now, the House resolved to go on recess by Friday because they've been working for the past 2 years. Interestingly, there was no mention of the 2024 budget during plenary. Meanwhile, the Rivers State Governor, Ibile Fubara, has assured his supporters that victory is inevitable, despite the political challenges in the state. Governor Fubara stated this during the commissioning of the Government House staff quarters at the Forces Avenue opposite the Government House in Port Harcourt. He assured the former council chairman in attendance that there is no reason for concern. Before addressing the general crowd, Governor Fubara opened his speech with a passage from the Holy Bible, Philippians chapter 3, verses 18 to 19, emphasizing faith and resilience in the face of challenges. Governor Fubara declares that the era of deception in Rivers State is over, emphasizing that the state is now determined to take control of its own destiny. While reaffirming his commitment to peace, Governor Fubara says when the time comes, the necessary decisions will be taken in the best interest of the state. He also emphasized the need to counter political propaganda with evidence of purposeful governance, citing the ongoing inauguration of state projects as a testament to his administration's commitment to progress. And in Oyo State, as the vision to provide quality health care for residents gathers momentum, the Oyo State government has enrolled about 10,000 vulnerable children in public primary schools into the state's health insurance scheme under the Oyo State Health Insurance Agency. The Oyo State governor, Seyi Makinde, who was represented by his deputy, Mr. Bayo Lawal, presented the health insurance identity cards to beneficiaries at the flag-off of the public primary pupils health insurance scheme held in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The 10,000 pupils were drawn from 90 schools across 18 out of the 33 local government areas of the state.
One of the key areas of focus of the Seyi Makinde's administration in Oyo State is healthcare and how to make it accessible and affordable without compromising quality. The Oyo State Health Insurance Scheme, OSHA, plays a critical role as a conduit through which the people can access quality care as quickly as possible and reducing out-of-pocket spending in the process. The enrollment of about 10,000 vulnerable children in public primary schools into the state health insurance scheme is significant in all respects, as primary school pupils who already enjoy free tuition can now access quality health care. The aim of the policy is to secure the future of the children by ensuring quality education, healthy bodies, and sound minds.
A win-win situation for us. And this goes to the children and the parents and the teachers. Please do not hesitate to key into this kind of program because it's a win-win program for all of us. For the children, for us here, for parents, and for the environment and for the state. It is in this light that I want to really flag off this program to the benefit of the children and the teachers and the parents as well.
In his address, OSHA's Executive Secretary, Dr. Olusola Akonde, reiterates government's commitment to the well-being of residents through the insurance scheme.
This new door being opened today is focusing on providing access to healthcare for 10,000 public primary school pupils in the first instance. This we have been able to achieve through immense support of UNICEF. Through UNICEF support, the agency has been able to improve on our awareness campaign and increase the communities under community-based insurance by 100%. And I solicit your further assistance, Your Honor, as we embark on enrollment of additional 5,500 pupils into this scheme commencing from next week.
In her goodwill message, the chief of UNICEF Lagos Field Office opines that the launch of the Oyo State Public Primary School Pupils Health Insurance Scheme will ensure access to affordable quality health care, which is a fundamental right of every child. She commends the Oyo State government for being a trailblazer on such a scheme.
At UNICEF, equity is our guiding principle. Ensuring equal opportunities for every child is our focus. This scheme exemplifies by its focus on public primary school children, especially in the hard-to-reach areas, apologies. It exemplifies the UNICEF mandate, and we are extremely proud today to be standing here with you to support you in this highly honorable endeavor.
Oishia boasts of several models, including community-based health insurance scheme, pensioners and old people scheme, tertiary students health insurance scheme, basic health care provision fund, amongst others.
For this learner, most of them come from a less privileged home and they don't have access to free health care. And for this laudable program, they were able to access free health care to any length in their life. Thank you so much. We are very grateful.
These models have given access to quality healthcare services to over 250,000 residents of the state and have reduced out-of-pocket expenditure to an average of 10% from the current rate of 75%.
The future of medical studies in the southwest region of Nigeria may be threatened by immediate action if immediate action is not taken to address the disparity in salaries of clinical lecturers. The Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria, Southwest Zone, says it wants and demands fair treatment and immediate implementation of the consolidated medical salary structure for clinical lecturers at the universities with medical schools in the region. This formed the major agitation for clinical lecturers who gathered at the Nigerian Medical Association House in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, where the leaders from the southwest region addressed members of the press on their plight. In his address, the caucus chairman of the union from Ladoke Akintola University Teaching Hospital, LAUTECH, Dr. Afolabi Salau, observed that despite numerous appeals to university governing councils, clinical lecturers at institutions including the University of Ibadan, University of Lagos, and Obafemi Awolowo University have faced ongoing challenges.
Disruption in clinical academic activities. We also call on the federal government to intervene and ensure that commence is implemented across all universities with medical schools. This will continue until the right course is stricken. We demand that the following issues be addressed. Immediate implementation of commence for all clinical lecturers in university with medical schools in the southwest region. Payment of outstanding arrears for all clinical lecturers who have been denied the commence salary structure in the last 4 years. We demand the harmonization of emoluments for clinical lecturers with their counterparts in other federal and state universities. We demand for correct placement on common salary scale as approved by the federal government. We demand for the universal applicability of commence to all medical and dental officers in public services, including clinical lecturers.
Ondo State Governor, Mr. Lucky Aidatua, has approved the enrollment of a total of 1,010 new teachers for secondary schools in the state. The governor's approval came after the completion of the recruitment process by the Teaching Service Commission, which screened thousands of applicants last year. This was made public in a statement issued by the Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Prince Ebenezer Adenio. According to Mr. Adenio, the list of successful candidates will be made public today online and will be displayed at the premises of TESCOM headquarters and zonal offices across the state from tomorrow, adding that successful candidates are to begin their documentation immediately. As a result of shortage of teachers in the state public schools, Governor Aidatua had given an approval for the recruitment of 1,000 secondary school and 1,000 primary school teachers last year. Staying with education, but now to Lagos State. We turn to the Lagos State government through the Office of Education Quality Assurance, who've presented provisional approval letters to the first batch of private school owners for the year 2025, comprising 41 nursery primary schools and 29 senior secondary schools. At the presentation ceremony held at the Education Resource Center, Ojodu Berger, Supervising Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Mr. Sheson Gundeko, says out of over 100 applicants for the provisional approval, only 70 schools met the stringent criteria set by Lagos State. He emphasized the importance of adhering to established educational laws and policies, particularly those concerning safeguarding and child protection. He also issued a stern warning that any infractions could lead to severe sanctions, highlighting the government's unwavering commitment to student welfare.
It is a lucky day for some owners of nursery, primary, junior and secondary private schools in Lagos State as they gather at the State Government Education Resource Center in Ojodu Berger for their school's provisional approval letters. The event, organized by the Office of Education Quality Assurance, is to ensure that all private schools in Lagos receive all necessary approvals, including online registration, approval inspections, and meticulous documentation before full commencement of teaching and learning.
I am pleased to say that these schools have demonstrated their ability to meet the high standards that we have set. Today, we are presenting provisional approval letters to 29 secondary schools and 41 nursery and primary schools. As part of our efforts to maintain the integrity of our approval process, we have introduced a new security feature in the approval letters. Each letter carries a unique barcode that will prevent unauthorized proliferation.
The Supervising Permanent Secretary of the State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Mr. Sheson Gundeko, says the event marks a significant milestone in the state government's commitment towards educational excellence for both public and private schools.
To the 70 schools that are receiving their provisional approval letter today, I offer my warmest congratulations. This achievement is a testament to your commitment to providing quality education to our children. As a government, we recognize the critical role that private schools play in our education sector. And I can say it that we are delighted as a state to note your contribution to the educational sector. And you are indeed very, very special to us. I want to assure you that we will continue to provide support and partner with private schools to ensure that they have the resources and support that they need to provide quality education.
Some of the school owners are excited about the provisional approval letters and commend the state government for ensuring quality standard of education in Lagos.
Just like it was rightly mentioned there, it means recognition. It means we've done well. Yes, it means we are online with the requirements of Lagos State in operating a college within Lagos itself. So it makes me very happy and proud to know that we have done well. We have followed all the precepts of the requirements of the Quality Assurance Department, and today we've been made worthy to be part of those that have been given approval. 70 schools out of 400. We've done well.
I would like to say a very big thank you for the work they are doing in Lagos State. It's it's very good to put in quality. There is no cutting of corners and all that. The process is step by step, overhauling of the schools in Lagos State. So I would like to say thank you to them. God bless them, and more grease to their elbows.
A total of 41 nursery and primary schools received their provisional approval letters, while 29 junior and secondary private school owners also got their approval letter to run their schools in compliance with Lagos State educational standards.
The chairman of the Governance Advisory Council, Mr. Tajuddin Olusi, has asked members of indigenous associations in Lagos to sustain unity and peace. Elder statesman Tajuddin Olusi, who was speaking at the Ibile Eko Summit Group, says for Lagos to continue to enjoy growth, culture and history must be preserved.
Lagos, because it was structured well.
The Ibile Eko Summit Group hosts its annual General Assembly at the Muson Center in Onikon, Lagos, where traditional rulers and elder statesmen gather to discuss and strengthen indigenous voices in Lagos.
So we must never be ashamed to say that.
Some of the well-known leaders in the state deliberate on the future of Lagos, a conversation led by the president of Ibile Eko Summit Group, Mr. Olushukbo Shashore.
The matter of feeling indigenous to a particular place is no small matter. It is not trifling. It is for this reason that the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People in 2007 was passed by the General Assembly. Unity in our identity, our greatest superpower. Together, that identity, after today and days like this, can become louder and more influential in pursuing indigenous and stakeholder rights.
Chairman of the Governance Advisory Council, elder statesman Tajuddin Olusi, who is also the father of the day, says the unity in Lagos State must be sustained.
Lagos as an entity, since the advent of the British, since the creation, so to say, of the colony of Lagos at the start of the British, a powerful force, at that time. Lagos has remained the same. It is important for us to preserve and continue to nurse that unity.
The theme for the 2025 Ibile Eko Summit is Greater Unity and a Louder Voice. And at this summit, indigents of Lagos State have been asked to remain united and work in collaboration for the growth of Lagos State.
Nigeria can achieve its full potential if leadership and the led can work together. That was part of submissions at the 6th annual lecture series of the Freedom Online, which took place at Sheraton Hotels in Ikeja, Lagos, where the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Ibile Fubara, is recognized as the Governor of the Year.
It's another gathering of opinion molders who are here to dissect the topic socio-political challenges. Whose fault? Leaders or the led? The guest list include the representative of the governor of Rivers State, Ibile Fubara, Senator Gbenga Daniel, Olabode George, amongst others, who have come to address Nigeria's underperformance over the years.
We believe this lecture will foster critical dialogue on the pressing challenges facing Nigeria's political landscape. Our distinguished speakers bring invaluable experience from both private and public sectors to address today's topic.
Chief Olabode George, who recounted Nigeria's developmental journey, takes a swipe at the country's electoral process.
Nigerians, we will stop abusing ourselves, insulting ourselves, and learning the facts and the faults of the past so that we can avoid the pitfalls of the past in the future.
Governor Simine Alaye Fubara, represented at the occasion by a former Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Tele Ikrukru, expresses disappointment at the INEC's selective approach to electoral issues in the country.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has failed to uphold the law concerning political defection. According to the Constitution, lawmakers who defect from the party on whose platform they were elected should lose their seats. However, INEC has been selective in enforcing this rule, raising questions about neutrality.
On his part, former Governor of Ogun State, Senator Gbenga Daniel, rests solutions to our challenges on leadership and the lead.
The solution to our problem, and this is talking to leadership, is that whether we like it or not, we have to patronize ourselves. And this is in our ramifications. And of course, to the followers.
Meanwhile, the former presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Wole Adebayo, believes a good leader should be able to turn our differences into assets.
How do you, therefore, manage your formal identity as a Nigerian who is a citizen of this republic with all the other identities that you have? And that is for the leader to define.
The high point of the occasion is the recognition of the Governor of Rivers State, Sir Simine Alaye Fubara, as the Governor of the Year.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Femi Oluyede, has challenged men and officers of the Nigerian Army to continue to make the necessary sacrifice to ensure safe territorial integrity of the country for peace and socioeconomic growth and development. He made the call in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, during a scheduled visit to the 35 Artillery Brigade as part of his familiarization tour of Army formations across the country. While commending their sense of patriotism and consistent perseverance, the Army Chief reaffirmed the Nigerian Army's commitment to prioritizing the welfare of its personnel, promising swift action on accommodation challenges and improved support systems for soldiers and their families.
Our job is to defend this country, sacrifice to make Nigeria better and safer. That we have been doing. But I've come here to charge you that we need to do more. Because without a safe and secure environment, there cannot be any development. We need to sacrifice more to make Nigeria safe and secure. So that all this money that we are spending buying MRAPs and co can be used for better things for all of us, including the army. For us to have a better future, Nigeria has to be safe. Because nobody will come and invest in a place that is not safe. And I want to assure you that the government appreciates what we are doing. Nigerians generally appreciate it because things are getting better. But we need to make it much better for all of us and for our children coming behind us.
And this news just in, Honorable Mojisola Miranda has resigned as Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly after 49 days of holding the mantle. The lawmakers in their publication commend her leadership style and for bringing peace to the Lagos State House of Assembly. They also commend her strength and humility for obeying the rules and regulations of the All Progressives Congress. The Deputy Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Majid Fatai, representing Ibile Eko Constituency 1, announced his resignation as Deputy Speaker of the House as well. He says the resignation is in the interest of of the House, and was re-elected as Chief Whip of the Lagos State House of Assembly. The Chief Whip of the State Assembly, Honorable Shetunji David, representing Badagry constituency 2, resigned his position and was re-elected as Deputy Chief Whip of the House. Honorable Okala Wansani also tendered his resignation as Deputy Chief Whip of the Lagos State House of Assembly, representing Koshofe constituency 1. Again, Honorable Mojisola Miranda has resigned as Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly after 49 days. The new area customs controller for Oyo Osun Area Command, Mr. Joseph Adelaja, has confirmed that the anti-smuggling war in area of his responsibility is yielding positive results, just as he maintained that interception of prohibited foreign parboiled rice has led to the increase in production and consumption of local rice in Oyo and Osun State. The area controller also declared the sum of 2,048,487,969 naira only as revenue covering the period of the 1st February to the 27th February 2025. Mr. Adelaja made this disclosure during his maiden press conference held at the command headquarters in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The area controller, who officially assumed duty as the Customs Area Controller of Oyo Osun Area Command on the 7th of February 2025, while addressing journalists, maintained that the revenue collected reflects the diligence and efficiency of officers and men of the command in ensuring compliance and the extant laws. Members of the cashew merchants and exporters under the aegis of National Cashew Association of Nigeria, Ogun State Chapter, have expressed displeasure over an alleged massive extortion and harassment of members by members of the Nigeria Police, the Army, Customs, and other government agencies. At a press conference in Abeokuta, the state capital, members say these practices have continued to threaten their business and their well-being, and they are being forced to pay illegal taxes and levies. They've appealed to President Bola Tinubu, the Ogun State Governor, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, and other concerned authorities to come to their aid to save them from illegal extortion, which has continued to affect their business. And that's it on Newsroom series today. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Mukol.